me a little bit about what's inspiring you to make this movie?
Sure, of course. No, the biggest inspiration for me in making this film was wanting to tell a story about high school students who were just really naturally intelligent and smart and kind, and kind of emphasizing how you can assume something about someone very early, and then you see the more you spend time with the characters, those expectations really shift and change, and so you understand that everyone is maybe not quite what you think they are when you first meet them.
Well, I've been working on this for about the last 8 years. I co-wrote the script. I play the main character in it, and I was also involved in the production of it. And it's something like when I first started working on it, it was someone else had written it at the time, and when I read it, I just fell in love with it.
Alicia is Melissa Mercer's best friend, so I'm one of the kind of popular. I want to use the word mean girls, but she's not very mean. She's got this really big heart, and it's just a bit silly. So I wear a lot of pink. Oh, wow. I say a lot of very silly things, and I love all things makeup and glittery, always big earrings.
I like this character. I love to. It was a very different character for me to play. I think it's great when women date younger men, and so it was fun to act.
I play Franklin, and Franklin's an interesting guy. He's kind of the oddball in the group, in the Chuck's group of friends. And I have a mohawk in it, and I wear a retainer the whole movie, so what's not to love?
I play Richie Covington. He is who once was a star basketball player. He gets injured and things sort of go downhill for him.
One of my songs is going to be in the film as well tonight, so I'm really excited for a lot of reasons, but we're really excited about this film. It's a unique sort of teen genre, so there's a lot of laughs, but it also tackles serious, important issues around bullying, identity, and how to be a true friend.
When I was a lot younger, especially like elementary school, there were times that was something that was hard to deal with, and it's funny because a lot of times you don't really recognize it as bullying at the time. You just know that someone's doing something that hurts.
I know I went through a little bit of it myself when I was in middle school and high school.
Memory where I was sitting on the bus and I had like these three older kids just like crowded over me, and I was just sitting in the bus sort of just listening to what they were saying and not knowing how to respond. You just sort of clam up.
I got made fun of more so in middle school, but it's rough, and it's a hard thing to deal with, and obviously it's a huge epidemic, and I'm glad that we could partner with Pacers to do stuff, on behalf of bullying.
Favorite moment was probably my first day on set. We were shooting a party scene, so that was the day I got to meet everybody. It was such a blast. We had beautiful lights up in the backyard, and it was a true party.
We were doing this shot where the car pulls up to the high school for a fantasy sequence that happens very early in the film. And because we were a little shorthanded, I had to be the one driving the car because they needed me in to say action. And so I was driving my own car while Chris was in the back, and we gunned up the music as loud as it would go and just driving up to this mass of screaming extras while Chris got to exit to blaring music and cheers. It was so gratifying to see him reach the end of this journey because he's been shepherding this project for so long. And just seeing him have that moment, it was a beautiful moment where kind of art imitated life, and it meant a lot to me.
The moments with the main character, Chris Bellant's character, and the girl that he's had a crush on the entire time, the way that sort of ends up is very surprising to me, and I think it will be to the rest of the viewers as well, and again has that deeper message of I think humanity and something that we've all felt at different times in our life.
I would just say if you're ever having a hard time, you just got to trust that the best is always yet to come, and you will find your people. No matter what, everyone finds their people.
I think that when you see something that's going on that isn't okay, you need to get an adult involved.
It's not okay, and I think it's time we stop saying kids will be kids and actually do something about it.
I want to say don't be afraid to speak up, because I know that you can feel alone. There are always people who are going to be willing to listen, and the first thing you have to do is just tell people how you're feeling, reach out to your community, reach out to your friends. There will always be someone there for you, and you should never feel alone.
Và đó là những chia sẻ và hình ảnh ghi nhận được. Anh Thứ tường trình cho SBTN từ thành phố Hollywood, miền Nam California.